My name is Nadia von Maltzahn. I'm a research associate at the Orient-Institut in Beirut in Lebanon, and I am the principal investigator of an ERC-funded research project called LAWHA, which means painting in Arabic and stands for Lebanon's Art World at Home and Abroad, and deals with the trajectories of artists in and from Lebanon since independence from France in 1943. So here at Global Disconnect at the Research Centre, I came to think more about my book manuscript coming out of the project I'm leading, which looks at the main research questions. So that is what are the forces that have facilitated the professionalization of Lebanon's art world in its local, regional and global context, and what role does migration play. The project is very much about Lebanon's art world at home and abroad, so the connections between these two poles, between inside the country and relations with the outside. And so I wanted to use my time here to really think through the structure of my manuscript, discuss it with the colleagues here, the other fellows. And I've been doing that, but I've also been working on two edited volumes. One deals with cultural production during the 1980s in Lebanon, so during the period of the Civil War. And that has been very interesting to do, not always easy also, but in parallel to the current tensions and crisis and war that has been going on in Lebanon also these last months. So I came at a time when I started my fellowship a little bit early because of the situation in Lebanon, and have really benefited from the peaceful and productive nature of the center. But at the same time, then I started feeling a bit disconnected because so much was happening after things changed in Syria. So back in the Middle East, so much changed while I was here also. So it's been good to have this distance, but sometimes it was also difficult to see so much change happening from a distance. So disconnectivity is very relevant to my project because at the center of the project are the trajectories of the artists. And these trajectories, I think, in general, are never linear and are based very much on relationships and on ruptures and on continuities. And so a lot of the artists I work on and with have moved between countries and have been part of the histories of different countries. And so this is one aspect also I worked on while here, especially through the workshop I organized together with my co-fellow Claudia Sanders Paredes. We organized a workshop on disconnected artistic recognition and belonging in global modernity. And so it was very much thinking about also historiography and which histories artists on the move and artists who go from one place to another get inscribed into. So this kind of inscription into systems of reference, I think is very interesting to consider in relation to the idea of disconnectivity, because it is very much about forces on the global scene, connected to market dynamics as well, and this idea of a canon, which is also often very national. What's the idea of can we speak of a global canon of art? What does that mean? Who gets inscribed into? Who are the artists we know about? How do we learn about them? How are they remembered? And so these are all questions I've been thinking about, and also benefit from the discussions here with the other fellows.